Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Christo and this is the Pacific Prosperity series in Heartspan 4 Black Ice. In the last episode, we pocketed and then destroyed a massive Chinese army in this region. And now, I'm going to have to think about it. I think step one, some plane reorganization. Let's have everyone stand down and fly here. Because we want to make sure we're using our fuel efficiently. We are 22 days away from capped fuel, and I'm a little bit short on naval experience, so I might start using up my fuel above the cap to exercise the main navy, get some experience out of them. But in terms of army reorganization, okay, let me think about this. So supply-wise, we're looking at obviously all their coastal hubs, and then beyond the coastal hubs, it's just their capital here, and then a few really close to the front line. Okay, I think we move troops to the front line. Oh, nice. Yeah, we caught this one. Fantastic. We move troops to the front line. We adjust where we're motorizing, that's for sure. This one needs to stay heavily motorized. This one, motorizing that doesn't really help. I think we more heavily motorize here and here. And see how that works out. Yeah, that's going to need more trucks than I've got right now. So instead, how about I don't motorize this one. I motorize this one. And this one a little. That spreads it out nicer. Still needs more trucks than I've got. Anywhere we could demotorize. Could this be a single tick motorization? It's going to cause problems here, but we're about to be able to push in there. That does get us to where we need to be. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So, pushes-wise, we're going to take this one. We're going to do a naval invasion, landing here and here. We're going to unify up and push north, taking this supply hub and this supply hub. Simultaneously, we'll launch a major offensive here, which will come down this side of the river, and then cross to take both supply hubs as well as capturing this supply hub, which is already connected by rail here. Simultaneously in the north, we'll launch just a small offensive to capture this region here to knock off that supply hub. In doing so, we will deny the Chinese all but one of their major inland supply hubs up here, leaving them in a supply poor, desperate situation, at which point we should be able to easily micro-pocket the front line and drive them to capitulation. That is the plan for the next hour. I'll be your host, Count Christo. Enact the plan. Alright, so in order to accomplish that, we need a relatively substantial reinforcement army to aid my Marines down here. So here's my 7 Marines dudes. Let's delete their plan. How many? Is it still just 4 I can do at the same time? Yeah. So we will send our 4 finest chappies from here to here. It's the easier landing. It's got 1 level coastal defense, but it's a plane. So it's a bit easier to attack. And the other 3 will sit in reserve here. Now you, not really the general, not a very inspiring general to hold that front line. So let's take a look here. We've got you coming down to here. And then you... Okay, you're the general I want. So let's extend your front line a bit. No, because this is where I want the offensive to happen, isn't it? We've got 12 guys coming here. Okay, so you get unassigned. You get replaced with him. You get replaced with... Excuse me, didn't I just put him here? No, I have 2 free good generals right now. Okay, so you go... Yeah, you go there, and you're going to lead this charge down here, which is a major offensive. And the other one will command the reserve guys, which are you lot. Which can be a new army under the Marines. But you are currently under the Marines, and shouldn't be. So maybe we can just dissolve one of these armies. But the thing is, this one is good here. Let's put this one under the mobile army temporarily, just because I'm not planning to advance into this mountain range. It just seems needlessly challenging. Which means you can be here, given a proper symbol. Cool. And then let's order these. So we've got the northernmost one is you, then you, then you, then you. Good. The cavalry will assist the central thrust and will span across both of these armies. Well, no, actually, they should concentrate down because we're only really pushing in this section. So they can do that. You guys can move into position. Okay. And they're not moving because there's no supply over here to sustain them. What does that dotted line mean? I'm not quite sure. Oh, a river connection. There are river connections in this game? I never knew that. That's really cool. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Well, one thing we could do is set up Reorganized Nationalist China, because they wouldn't get this minus 80% non-core controller. Right? But that's only the supply from state, not the actual throughput. So I think this is okay. The other thing we could do is pull back the cavalry from the front, because they're using up a bunch of supply at the moment that they kind of don't need to be. The other thing is, do we have... We have supply companies, logistics parts in here, don't we? Yeah. Also, we are on surplus on light artillery, so let's slowly begin transitioning some of these guys over to T2s. We need the better artillery types. Okay, we've got some time while the Marines find their way down here. Free dockyards. Okay. Everything here is capped out, apart from submarines. I would like... Let's put more on submarines for now. That's okay. A few more subs. And then, yeah, fuel getting very close to full. So I am going to set these guys to training. Is there a trait that's like, less damage in training? I don't think there is, so we'll just give him a random commander. The Polish question. Okay, yes, so World War II is about to break out, which will, of course, finally make enough world tension probably for the US to start kicking off. Still on toaster economy at the moment. Yeah, low standards. Interesting. But they're on limited mobilization. That is rising. But yeah, civilian economy is annoying. But, oh well. There's Mount-Ribbentrop Pact, which I think lets me do something, doesn't it? Wasn't there something I wanted to do once we got to Mount-Ribbentrop? Oh no, that was the non-aggression pact with the Soviets, but we've got that via focus. Fine. Okay, let's have everyone who's moving right now strat redeploy into position. I want everyone to your stations. Oh, and this has gone up to 40 now that we've connected the Northern Railway. Fantastic in that case. Forget motorizing this one. We can get the motorization down here and cover plenty. Nice. And we actually have enough to motorize it again and really burn through. There's the Anglo. Things are moving fast now. Okay, these guys are moving into position. But now what does that leave me infantry reserve-wise for the southern thrust? Nothing, right? Okay. That being the case, we'll do this in 2 stages. We will push in here and capture this supply hub and this area. And then we will launch the naval invasion and come up from the south with some of the freed up infantry from this area. If you could, I can't, but if you walk in there, should be able to stop that. Good joint industrial policy with Finland. Right, yeah, we're missing 10,000 garrison maintenance equipment. Jesus Christ. I had not realized it got that bad. Hey, can you give me garrison support? Yeah. Nice. And you. Nice, cool. I'll free up some manpower. How much we got in garrisons right now? Yeah, nice. That's 200,000 extra manpower right there. Yeah, that lack of garrison support is a big problem. Look at that deficit, 10,000. Holy crap. We are trying to garrison, China. It's quite populous. I don't know if you've heard. So maybe... I don't want to set up the puppet government. I'm just worried it's going to mess with my supply. It shouldn't. I know it shouldn't, but it might. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save and then set up the puppet government, because I think we could really use it handling the supply situation and all that stuff, and the garrison situation. So let's set up Reorganized Nationalist China. Bang. It gave it... Okay, it gave it whatever you call it, this bit as well. Okay, so that should dramatically improve our supply situation. Yeah. And what kind of situation have you got? Ineffective bureaucracy, weak government, government corruption, incompetent industry, incompetent, my god, illiteracy and resource, inefficient extraction. Okay, they're 50% fascists. Can you give me, you'll probably give me crap tons of garrison support. No, actually, okay. But do you have cores? No. Damn. Didn't it say get cores? I thought it did. Interesting. Do you have cores up here? Yes. Okay, maybe they have a focus tree that's going to give them cores? Oh, they do have a whole focus tree. Okay. I probably should have done this sooner, right? They're getting... Establish new regime. Compliance growth speed down. Political power gain down. Well, that's unfortunate, but they should hopefully have some focuses and things that will help them. And at least means we don't have to man the garrisons and bear the brunt there, which is good. For us on Infantry Research... we need this assault gun for the better Marines, looks like, so I'll grab that. We're now short on steel. You have because these guys were some of our options. Let's get some of them, which actually is going to let us reduce from you, which is nice. Now, there's no oil in here, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Right. It hasn't mucked up my front lines, has it? Oh, it has. Okay. And you're in the war already. Yeah. Good. Mucked up that bit of the front line and this bit here as well. Okay, let's just shift that back before anyone goes crazy and moves. And here as well. If we could just... Whoops. There we go. Okay. That should improve the situation. And then, what type of puppet are they? They are an Imperial Protectorate, which gives us 65% military, 25% civilian industry, and we get obviously all the good trade stuff. Yeah, okay, I think that's okay. We probably don't want to annex them. They have, yeah, some bad resistance targets still. Resistance targets 94, that's probably because they have, they haven't got their garrisons set up yet, but that's good. I don't think, we didn't want to be garrisoning all of China, really. And we're getting 65% of the military industry still. We did lose their dockyards, though. But it looks like they had one. So that's okay. Did I want to do that? Was that a sensible thing to do? I don't know. I think it's sensible because, the garrison equipment, that was going to hurt us forever. Should have been a real problem. Okay, so people moving to their stations. It's not hurt my supply situation, I hope. Ooh, you're trying to handle 70? That seems bad. Let's not do that. Need to motorize this one a bit. Need it. Oh, it's demotorized all of the supply hubs in their zone. Right. But I do still have control over them, fortunately. Let's motorize here. That should bring things under control once this one updates what it's handling. Nepal's join the Allies. Why is this one at 70? That's crazy. Okay, this one's fully motorized. I mean, I guess I need to motorize this one as well. Try and deal with some of it. 70! That is crazy. I guess maybe we use the cavalry to assist the naval invasion. Bring them out of there. Just let the infantry handle it up here. Because 70 is obviously not even slightly sustainable. If we could just take this one. No, but it's not connected by rail in the north. I think we need to launch an invasion before that, an attack rather, before that 70 starts being felt, if that makes sense. We need to launch these offensives immediately. So let's do that. Free military factories. Well, I still do need more garrison equipment. Oh, no, we're into surplus now. Okay, cool. Let's knock that down one. I'm finding myself struggling on trucks, but that's not likely to continue for long. What else do we actually have deficits of? Oh, right. I think let's put some on artillery for now. Because I know we've been finding ourselves struggling there. As we continue to pivot everything over to the new modern artillery. You guys have full planning bonus, and your supply situation is at least alright. Let's launch some offensives here. If that tile's going to be weakly defended, I'm going to take advantage of that. If you could march through there. Good. Seems okay to me. You're at cap, aren't you? Oh, no, actually, you could handle one more because of our latest technological advancement. So this guy can come and help there. Good. Now, short on steel again. But don't worry, China's got my back. Real China, not this fake democratic, well, quote-unquote democratic one to the south. Oh, and they're suddenly deploying loads of men. Okay. Give me all of those. You definitely should not be putting any men on my front line. Are they remotely good? No, they're just the irregulars. Okay, you go to my garrisons. The garrisons can spread a little bit further down. That's fine. Good. Okay. Yeah, moving in there without too much resistance. Let's get those planes assigned. So we're slightly short on planes right now. These are light fighters, aren't they? Yeah, let's disband one of the light fighter wings so the others with more experience can fill out. And then we can move them to where we want them. Good. This one is a 100 airbase, isn't it? Yeah. We'll just send... I'll just send some light bombers up there to help out over here. And the rest, we get, yeah, fighters. Ideally 50 bombers. Yep, fill that 100. Okay, and then this one... likewise, ideally, but there isn't another 100 bombers, so I'll just put 200 fighters there. Sorry, I have full 100 fighters there. 2 bombers and a fighter, and then the rest go to Taiwan for now. Okay, pushed in here, no problem. You guys moving straight south. Let's not delay. We could start this attack early. Oh yes, you can't attack straight across there. Nah, it's needless casualties from trying to cross the river. That's fine. We'll just cruise straight in. Yeah, if we can get down here before the supply problems start to really rear their head, that'll be very advantageous. Steel is getting unfulfilled from them. That's okay. Still just about balanced. Some of these guys can cross. Okay. Meanwhile, the Marines are in position and will be planned in 3 days. You guys... Right, you're my my southern thrust infantry army. Okay, you can just stay in the port. That's fine. Okay, coming across here. Good, no problem. Pushing them there. Let's push them once again here. Not having to cross a river this time. Up here, meanwhile, broken them here. If you could go in there, you can go in there. And then we're nice and close to this supply hub. We'll want to attack it from 2 directions, naturally. We do all very shortly. Okay, so you, with your nice long range, help out here. You guys assist this central thrust. You guys, I mean, we're getting right to the very edges of mission efficiency and range problems, but we will do what we can to provide air cover like so. Good. Now, this is a fairly stern resistance we're meeting here, but should be eminently breakable, I'd say. Good stuff. Right, looking pretty good on this offensive. I think I am gonna try and keep pushing here. Pushing straight through to that supply hub, which will ease our problems in the region quite significantly. Broken them there already. Nice. So yeah, we are struggling a little bit on supply in a few spots, but not too badly. Right, and the cavalry can actually stand right in the port. That's fine. Stop there. Move in here. They are suffering from supply, but it's only short term while the deliveries get made. That's fine. There's a supply hub, and the railway connection is rapidly advancing to meet its needs. If you could just go straight around, you could go straight across. You could pivot to here. Good. Okay. Nice little push. We're going to keep it going. Trying to go straight across this river, if we can. It's going to be a little bit more tricky, pushing them into a metropolis, I imagine. Oh no, just a town. Okay. Not too bad. You claim you have bad supply, but I kind of doubt it. We'll see. You guys are full org, full plan, launch the Naval Invasion. It's going to be tricky, but we'll see if we can pull it off. Okay, got him. Ooh, our agent has been captured by the Americans. An ultimatum to Siam. Okay. Effectively making Siam a Jap puppet state. We could avoid a meaninglessly one-sided invasion. Of course, they request it. It will be tantamount to a declaration of war. We will enter Siam. They accept. And they are our puppets. Marvellous. I will demand their forces. Add them to this group. Actually, I think we need a new theatre, really, don't we? This is the South Theatre. You guys are going to get what I have entirely arbitrarily decided is the policing colours. They're kind of, requisitioned forces colours. And you can go and defend your regions, just the ports, please. Cool. That's going to make our invasion of Malaya much easier. Historically, of course, Japan invaded Siam at the same time as launching its invasion of Malaya, landing just here, I believe. Okay, good. Let's give it a Siam. Next focus. So we can't do prepare the fleet yet, because we need... okay, sorry, excuse me. Sorry, I sneezed. We need the Mitsubishi A6M2, which sounds like a plane to me. Is it a plane? Anybody see it? Oh, great. It's a plane whose name is only going to be visible when you actually click on it, I think. What a fun what a fun mechanic. I'm gonna unpause when I find it. Right, there it is. It's this one, it's the 0. So we will need to invent this before we can take that next focus. We're not in a hurry to take this, so we just need to remember it's going to take us 46 days to declare war on British Malaya and the Dutch East Indies. Fine. So that being the case, let's think about this. Where down here do I get actual dockyards and things? Anywhere? Okay, we can do battleship focus or carrier focus. We are going to do carrier focus, even though I've enjoyed building my massive battleships, I think. That is sensible. So let's rush carrier focus, because I'd like to get... Oh, hang on. Naval Innovations gives us new naval... Yeah, okay, it's just a new naval designer in both cases. Okay. But this one also gives us 2 dockyards. This one doesn't. It gives us torpedo, light cruiser, and naval shell design. And this gives us bonuses on decisive battle and carrier doctrines and sortie efficiency, naval air from carriers, naval air targeting from carriers. Okay, cool. And then we've got Divine Wind, which gives naval bombing and targeting as military high command. Okay. And then there's Kamikaze, which allows kamikaze strikes on ships. Okay. Not many factories available in here. I mean, this is useful to have before the beginning of the war, but the research bonuses would be good. I mean, we need to do all this before the war starts, but there's not many factories. So... And there's lots of different naval designers, but I'm not that interested of going a bunch of those. This requires one of the following carrier or battleship. Okay, let's get this and get the shipyard and the 3 dockyards. So let's go. We might as well do carrier focus first. Now let's just check though. Is there something else I'd rather have first? Like up here maybe? Not really. This requires January of next year. Okay, this does give us quite a few fuel silos and things. Let's get this such that we can get Tojo, basically. Okay, and then on the research front, we're going to want to try and get this. That being the case, maybe I do want to spend 70 days getting these two to reduce the penalty on the ahead of time on the 0, so we can get it a little bit early. The 0s are pretty good. Anyway, back to land war in China. Do I have a decision to like hand over land to these guys, or do you think they just get it once we fully control a state? Because we fully control this state. I suppose I'm supposed to just give them control of states as we go, which I am not going to do, I think. I mean, we're not short on garrison equipment right now, so. Alright, there is the declaration on Poland by both Germany and the USSR. And it looks like this naval invasion is going relatively well. They've got nice defense values now, but we're managing to push them back nonetheless. Trade mission with Syria. Can't imagine that's going to be hugely influential on the balance sheet, but good anyway, I suppose. Let's move these guys down. You should stay put. Let's expand the responsibility of this one. How many men have you got here? 9? You should definitely have an attack plan. Oh, they do have an attack plan. Where's your attack plan? Oh, it's this one. Let's redo these a second. If you go here... Where did I move the horses to in the end? Ah, I brought them down here, didn't I? Why do they have an attack plan up here still? Weird. Anyway, the remainder of their actual attack plan is just these 3. So you've got 9 divisions to hold this. Yeah, you don't need that, do you? You two, come down here if you can on supply, which they can, because now we've got this one. Nice. Let's motorize it. And this one we don't yet control sufficient bits of the connection. Let's not do that. That's silly. Let's come in here with the side angle. Yeah, can we pull that off? Those guerrilla tactics are so effective. I think we can pull it off with some cast support, though. Okay. Planes coming nicely down here. We have dedicated a very, very small portion of our industry to planes so far. We will pivot that in the near future. New decision. Hand over territory. Right, yes. Yeah, fine. We'll need to redo the motorizing. Oh no, okay, it's just them forming that caused the problems for that. Netherlands cave to the British. Okay. This attack. It's pretty hairy. I think we need to get that planning bonus back before we launch that again. We could also just connect this via railway. Or we could just wait for them to do something real dumb. Like leaving this tile open. It's going to take us a long time to cross the river, but if we can hold them in place for long enough, it'd be worth it. Okay. Crossing the river here is, of course, a challenge, but we have a lot of people to throw at it. Could have crossed south. That probably would have been smarter, actually. If we'd crossed a bit south of there. Free military factories. Well, I was talking about going for more planes. So we probably should do that. Give me another one on carrier bombers. And another one on recon, actually. And then some light fighters and some naval bombers. Good. I think we're going to keep putting planes into planes rather, until we have all of our air production capacity used up. Alright, another decision. The Soviet-Japanese Neutrality Pact. Option, effect when selected. We enact a non-aggression pact, but we already have one, is the thing. We can't cancel it between May 1980. Maybe it's one they can't cancel. Or something like that. We should do it, I think. Should I be reforming my military command? We do have a lot of army experience around. You get 3 maximum command power, which does increase the amount you get per day. No, I think I've got better things to spend the military experience on, to be honest. So yeah, non-aggression pact with the Soviets, partly just because it apparently lowers the Soviets' political power, which seems like a fun thing to let me do on a whim. Bad supply? Ah, because you guys are currently out of this naval base. Well, that's silly. Come base yourself down here. I don't know if being out of supply affects training fleets, but it's possible it, like, messes with their chance to have accidents and things. Good. We'll take those guys out of the training fleet just so we know, you know, who's ready to go and who's not. We got, what is this? Only 2 straight across the river. Let's start our 2 prongs here. Good. Bulldozing south pretty effectively now. These guys are all still crossing, so not afraid to move these 2 straight south. If you want to come down here. Good. These 13 divisions doing good work under old Hatter here. And this is the hub, isn't it? Yeah, let's start the move. These guys are low org, so might be able to beat them on arrival. You can go straight south. One of you can go straight south. And actually, some of you, one of you. Let's have you down here in a hurry to reinforce in the south. So, research, planes. Not really using carrier casters. Better naval bombers. Could leapfrog this one. Not really doing tanks. Could get the... Yeah, should get the light vehicles for the cheaper fuel costs. Let's make this look more coherent so I don't worry that there's a gap in my front line. Just because there's a lake here. Good. Coming in here with no issues. Moving down. Can get another theorist. We are doing attritional containment. So he could be good. But... maybe regimental doctrine? Or just a naval theorist? Generic naval theorist? What about military high command? Well, these are actual, you know, they're in bonuses, so what else might we want in here? Yeah, Naval Aviation Pioneer. That's what we want. So the focus is sea warfare, which is... not seeing it? Sea warfare. Oh, right, there's a search function now. Sea warfare, there it is. Okay, let's get that, actually. I think he's a really good one. Let's do these 2 focuses after this one while we're waiting for Tojo. Computing bonus is nice. Plus it's two research bonuses. I was eyeing that one up earlier, actually, now I remember. In the meantime, we might need to... something I could change up here, really. I don't think I want to. Police state would be... that's not bad, actually. We'll give away a bit less... no, I guess opposition party support. We give away a bit less intel. And the counter intel's up, but... no, I think that's okay. Give me... if we're going to go with him, then I guess we do go with the military high command. Naval Strike and Organization. Capital and screen attack is nice. Sortie efficiency is obviously good. Yeah, I just think the... would I rather have 5% more attack? Plus the percentage armor gain actually is pretty big. Let's get him. Help us out there. Okay. Now we're across the river in a decisive way. Let's see what we can do to keep pushing south here. This one immediately working in our favor. And this crossing, 8 days. Oh, 9 days actually. Might be able to pin him there and get this crossing done even easier. Yeah, nice. Okay, you can help that attack. Okay, new production. Anything out of date in production? Looks like no. Yeah, no, looking fine. And then what we've got sitting around, we've got carrier bomber, carrier fighters. Keeping plenty of carrier fighters in reserve is a good idea. I think I will disband these, actually. And then I'm looking at a light artillery surplus of 200. So those guys that are about to assist down here, just because they're not doing anything right now. Let's have those guys upgrade and drill. And then you guys, because you're just sitting around right now. Let's swap you over as well. I don't mind if you go into a small deficit. That's okay. Okay, holding okay here. Moving in there, just fine. Good. Oh, we lost that one, but we managed to make the guy that was moving across retreat. Nice. And now that we have reinforcements, we just make sure they don't try any funny business. Okay, you two, if you want to strat redeploy over, that'll be good. The fence is going fine. A measly 3 days there. Okay, and then the next stage of this attack, obviously, will be kind of striking down towards this port through some seriously tough terrain. So to facilitate that... Oh, right, yes, I launched this naval invasion already. I forgot. I completely forgot about that. We will begin striking out from here. So we've got 10 supply left. If you guys want to maybe send over the mobile chappie. How much supply do you use, my friends? 3.8, yeah. But he's a good division. And then what I think I'll do is launch this attack so they just have a chance to arrive. Then you lads, if you want to land behind these guys and get me some room for some more supply, that'll be good. You want to move past there, but I don't want to leave less than 2 there in the port. I know I said there a lot. I should be a bit more descriptive. I know a lot of people watch these videos on a second monitor. Yeah, the base stability, I think, is very nice. Short on steel, but that's okay. China's got me. Manchukuo's got me. We can actually cut our imports to Germany. Those guys working on that. Maybe another... No room for another fuel thing, unfortunately. What do I want to build? I mean, we have less civilian factories than military factories, so I'm almost tempted to keep building civilian factories at this stage, but... No template for anti-air, that's okay. Know that. Done. Manchukuo immediately messing up. Could start importing from the Soviets, but they are, you know, theoretically an eventual enemy, so I probably shouldn't, really. Okay, supply here, yeah, just 10, obviously. Pretty tricky. Let's try and drive them off that tile so we can merge up with this one, get a bit more supply that way. You can fall back, actually. Not much point pushing that way. We have a lot of men here. I think maybe it would be a good idea to keep moving down. Just slowly moving down towards Panyu, I guess is how you would say that. 18 days to plan this? Wow. There's their promises. Mount-Ribbentrop Pact obeyed. What was that? My new bomber? No, it's the new CAS. Okay. I think we might want a heavy fighter. Try and get some long-range heavy fighters. Also, I should really invent a new light bomber. Well, are we building light bombers still? We're actually not. Okay, we just went with CAS. We could probably do with some longer range fighters to escort my bombers if we're going to try and attack. Oh yeah, and this is better recon because that's an easy call, but... Excuse me? This is a naval tech slot, I'm guessing. Just check if that's right. Yeah. I was thinking about leapfrogging this one. I'm not gonna. Let's get those unlocked. Okay, planes-wise, yeah, switch out for the new carrier bomber. This is an important one, so let's give it... I think just attack is all you want, right? Just raw attack. Yeah, naval attack plus 1.4. Yeah. Just give me the new attack. That way, you know, the alpha strike potential goes up. And let's replan this. Let's try and hit both of these at once to cut down on the planning time required. 6 more days. It may also be that these mobile forces can take the city in time anyway. There's that. We can't take Tojo yet, so yeah, we'll grab computing machine and sea warfare. You know what you should be able to do? You should be able to pick a focus that you haven't done all the prerequisites for. Prerequisites? Prerequisites? Prerequisites. I think it's prerequisites, despite the fact that it's, you know, they precede it. Anyway, you haven't done all the previous ones. And it just goes through them in order. That would be good. Oil from Peru is unfulfilled. Unfortunate. Well, I think we're going to start importing from Mexico instead. It looks like they have warmed up to us. Right, you guys can resume training, but hopefully not in a sea zone that's going to cause supply problems. Good. Now, construction of ships wise, we do have some free dockyards. Because some of the carriers have finished, which means we have free capital dockyards. So it's time to build an advanced carrier. For comparison's sake, our Tech 2 carriers had 4,000 range, 34 max speed almost, 354 speed, 4 armor, and they had some guns on them for some reason. Okay, and they had 45 fuel uses and 65 deck size. Okay. We've got no radar still. I'm going to put heavy AA littered across the top. You can only have 3 AAs, 3 heavy AAs. We're going to give it the interwar subdivision. It's got the advanced reduced drag hull form. Interwar damage control. Engine we'll worry about later. We'll give it medium long for now, but we'll probably tweak that as we go. Now, hangar and flight deck. So the difference is, if we get an enclosed hangar size 45, it costs 2,500 and lowers armor by 20%. If you get an open hangar, you can't even get the same size one. Okay, so 50, 60 would be a good comparison. Okay, so 60, 3,300 for an enclosed 60, or 3,300 for a non-enclosed 60. And the difference is basically 30%, minus 30% armor, minus 20%. So it's 10% armor. And that's it. Oh, and that's a minus 5% strength as well, which is not here. Yeah, max speed minus 11 on that one, whereas this one, max speed, sorry, 1% speed difference. So it's basically a 10% less armor reduction. I think we're going to throw a 90-sized hangar on it, and it's going to be open. So for comparison, this is 4,700 cost and lowers armor by 30%. If we want to put an enclosed 90-sized, we couldn't, and it would cost 2,000 more production. So it's risky doing this, but I think that is what I want to do. I am, however, going to put a lot of high-angle batteries on it, which is going to... okay, that's where the light attack was coming from, the other one, of course. The one a 9 or a 10 centimeter? Might as well do the bigger one, I think. Yeah, costs us some reliability, but worth putting as much AA on here as we possibly can. And then this doesn't actually bump our AA, just our light attack. Torpedo attack and stuff, so that doesn't really matter as long as we don't have one that lowers. This one actually lowers anti-air. Can you just not put it on it? No, fire control is not optional. Okay. So we'll put a a bad one on it just to save costs, because there's no need. We're not using this for the light attack. We're just using it for the anti-air. Secondary battery. These don't give me any anti-air, I'm assuming. No. So we will not put a secondary battery on it. Good. Now we're going to go with the... Is improved better than Interwar? No, we're going with Interwar armor design, because we haven't invented that yet. And... so then armor-wise, I'm really tempted to make it unarmored. Just give it nothing. But... you know what? Yeah, stick armor unarmored and any old engine on it for a second, just so I can save it. And then I want to look at tech for a second. This is a carrier Tech 3, and it's a CV. Where is it? There we go. Cool. Okay, so it's actually cheaper. Right, but we haven't put the engines and stuff on it yet, so I can't infer anything from that. So... we're likely to have... I'm just going to assume their bombers are, you know, somewhat equivalent to my bombers, which is obviously a bold assumption, which is false, but it'll be useful. How does armor work when defending against planes? I don't know. Hoi 4, how does ship armor relate to planes attack? Because they don't have a penetration value that I'm seeing here. How does ship? Oh, okay, I should just message Bitter Steel on Discord, shouldn't I? All right, naval battle. Okay, Fleet AA applies a flat damage reduction to attacking planes. It does not shoot them down. Fleet AA does not shoot them down. Okay, that's fairly historical. Armor piercing. If a weapon cannot pierce the enemy's armor, damage is reduced according to the ratio between them. The damage reduction is 90% times 100% minus the weapon's armor piercing divided by the enemy's armor. Okay, cool. So just beating the enemy's armor, as I've been doing with my ships, doesn't really make much sense. But we are avoiding the critical hit. Torpedoes ignore armor. Okay. Naval Strike. Every 8 hours, planes can sortie in the battle. They like to target carriers. They like to target damaged ships. When a ship gets targeted by an A-wing, it will try to shoot back. Against non-kamikaze wings, the ship's chance to shoot back is 27% minus 1% times the plane's agility. Okay, if the ship hits the attacking planes, it does destroy 1% of your ship anti-air of them. Okay, so it does actually destroy them. If the attacker has a kamikaze attack, the ship can always shoot back, and its AA attack gets increased by 2. Losses are increased by 400% for kamikaze. Okay, if any planes remain after the ship shot at them, they perform the naval strike. If they're based on a carrier, their damage is increased by 500%. It says to 500%, but I think that's unlikely. Presumably it means by 400%. The ratio of planes that actually hits the ship is naval targeting divided by 10 times 30%. Okay, it does not depend on the maneuverability of the ship. The ship's AA damage reduces it by... Okay, 15% times the AA plus 30%. Okay, convoys, critical hits are calculated the same as regular ship gun hit that pierces armor. The English here is not written very well, but I think what that means is all air naval hits pierce armor. It seems unlikely. Or, you know, bad design if so. Hoi 4. Naval Strike. Calculation. Please explain how Naval Strike works. Yes. Help me forum. Okay. Naval Strike. There's no mechanical difference. Naval Strike. Ah, maybe it's different from a Naval Strike than when it's in a fleet as well. Okay. It looks like they're just... I can't see anything... Any relation to Naval Strike armor. I can't see anything that mentions a relation between... How does piercing in naval combat work? Yeah, I'm not sure. Armor, piercing, minus armor. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't see any definitive stuff on that. So we're going to assume that the wiki is correct and that basically planes just pierce. And I guess the logic for that is that, you know, most of them are most of the time they're torpedo bombers, and torpedoes ignore armor. You know, in the game. So we're gonna assume that our carrier does not need armor unless it's being shot at. And it can only be shot at if we lack 2 defensive lines in front of it. Capital ships and screens, which should not happen. If it does happen, the carrier is screwed anyway. So we're gonna I'm gonna make it unarmored. Unless there is a reliability bonus to think about. Like, how much reliability bonus do I get from this? 9%. But it shouldn't be getting hit. So it doesn't really matter if it gets critted, does it? And it costs a lot to put armor on these things. So we're going to go unarmored, I think. Which is, you know, a bold move. Given that it's unarmored, I could probably make do with a steam engine. I mean, a diesel engine as well. Yeah, look at that. 120,000 horsepower. diesel engine is enough to move it at 32 knots, which is our fleet speed, and it's only costing us 34 fuel. Whereas if I went with an improved steam turbine to achieve the same speed, I'd be using more fuel and less reliability and less strength. So I think we'll go with diesel. Aren't I inventing? No, I'm inventing the advanced steam turbine. Okay. I thought I was inventing the advanced diesel engine. Excuse me. These are all the same on the. There's not an advanced version in here. Well, we only need 32 knots, so let's take it down a bit on the engine. And have I missed somewhere the advanced damage control research? Pumps. Right, this one unlocks semi-modern, but obviously we're way off that. Yeah. Fine. Fine. Okay, well I think this is she. It's going to be a bit more expensive than our old one, but we're going to go from 65 to... Wait, 54? Why is the deck size 54? It's not... 90. There we go. Okay, cool. Good stuff. That is a pretty sweet upgrade in my book. Let's get some of these coming out. So how quickly can I build these? If I have 3 dockyards working on it. I can have them by June 42. Can we wait to declare war until June 42? How late would that be? Only 6 months. That's less late than we were declaring war on China. Screw it. I don't work to history's timetable. I work to my timetable. We're going to have a full task force of Tech 3 carriers ready for the start of this war. The only thing is, would I rather invent... I mean, what would I even invent to help with that? Carrier search group? We're not searching with carriers. Carrier armor screen? We're not putting armor on them. We're not putting armored hangars on. We're not going to get that in time. No. Oh, crap, I should get this. But none of the rest of that matters too much. Yeah, we're gonna do it. And the way I'm going to achieve this is we're going to have to slow down our battleship construction. Did I only commission 3 battleships? We definitely need all 3 on these. Did I only commission 3 battleships? Or is one already finished? No, it can't have done. So to achieve that, we're going to need to make some cutbacks. We're okay on convoys at the moment, actually. Let's cut back on convoy production. And then obviously the last Tech 2 carrier will just come out slowly, but that's fine. These should all be going to the training fleet, by the way. Okay, and then we will have a fully fleshed out, super modern battle fleet ready to fight with, which is pretty nice. Alright, the big daddies need 2, so I guess we cut back a bit on cruiser production. These are now coming out in January, which is fine. But these are all up to 3, right? Yeah, so they're all coming out in June. We'll obviously need to train them up as well. So we'll cut back a little bit down here, but then pump that straight back up. Okay. Good. And now I think what we should focus all of our industrial capacity on is not dockyards, but fuel silos and synthetic refineries, because that would be what would kill us. So let's build some... Can't build any fuel silos. Let's invent synthetic refineries. For God's sake, why haven't I invented synthetic refineries? Yeah. Okay, after one of these, I'm going to switch one of these 2 off military doctrine, because we have 2 slots on military doctrine is sufficient, I think. One of these will switch off military doctrine, and we'll put it hardcore into just getting some synthetic refinery tech done. Now, what's this decision? Handing over more territory. Yep, that's fine. Short steel. Manchukuo's got some for us. Okay. I think this is good. By January 1942, we have 3 modern... these things. Massive battleships and 4 modern carriers. How much cheaper are the carriers and the back capital ships. Not much cheaper, but a tiny, tiny bit. Okay. Yeah, this looks good to me. This looks good to me. They're all coming out, you know, first half 42, almost. Alright, pushing in here, no problems were had. Keep coming in here, come down here. Okay, good. And we've got these guys landed pretty nicely. You've reorged. So let's do this. And launch both of these when you can. Give us an extra angle on that attack. We may win it before. Yeah, in fact, we almost certainly will. In which case, new plan. Go over here instead. Cool. Supply in here is still, yeah, on a kind of knife's edge. I bet I could have fit one cav in, though. Yeah. Let's send one of those calves in. Okay, should probably start... Well, you know what I should do? Okay, yeah. Get me the submarines. And I need them in the submarine fleet. And I need them based out of Taiwan. So that when these guys all suddenly start trying to flee out of these ports, we can catch them. Little cruel, but that's the way it's going to be. You guys, stop naval exercising for a minute. The other thing I want to consider is, do we have new cruisers in the works? 1940, we can get better hulls for cruisers and destroyers, which we will want to do. It's okay, we'll have some naval research slots ready for that. Okay, these guys pushing in here. Fairly successful here, plus this guy assisting will be fine. Good. One of these guys can move across and you can actually go there. Okay. Yeah, let's begin the slow grind of pushing these people back. They have very poor supply in this region. What we should probably actually do... I find myself short of infantry. It's not a pleasant experience. You do infantry research. Could do with marine assault infantry, but not yet. It's very nearly 40, so heart attack. Let's take a look at support. We've oh crap! I didn't look at support for a long time, huh? We've got tons of stuff to research in here. Let's start with recon equipment since we have the bonus. Short on steel again. China has some more for me. Okay, you can support that attack. Okay. Slowly cutting in here. These guys have landed successfully. Good. Let's just try and deny them all these ports. Launch that as soon as you're ready. Good. Got in there. You, my friends, go over here. Launch when ready. Good. And the marine is enough. The mobile guys plus the marines there are good enough. And now we have a whole bunch of spare supply here. Move in the cavalry. And you guys can stop training. And actually, I don't think I want this general. You can just go and join the marine army. That's fine. And actually, one of you join here, so that I can send both of these on this naval invasion. Yeah. Good. Okay, so now production-wise, what's the new plane I've invented that's pestering me about? Alright, the carrier bomber that we upgraded already, and the assault SMG equipment, which we're not using. Cool. Looking pretty good. But yeah, we need to pivot our industry towards trying to deal, and our research, trying to deal with our imminent fuel problem. Okay, you... Retention is not grabbing me. Could get start getting some of these supply range ones, but I mean we kind of won in China without bothering, so let's start the synthetic oil experiments, because to get this we need the tech oil plant, which is this one. Okay. And we should also start getting catalytic cracking and fuel refining and all this stuff that I didn't focus on at all, despite it being massively important to our future success. So we need this province, please. They've weakened their defenses in the region. Let us punish them for that. Okay, and yeah, no need to push to here. Just focus on these 2 tiles. Focus where it matters. Also, yeah, this one is motorized as it can be. Still not really reaching everywhere. Maybe if I motorize this one, it will be able to relieve some pressure from the northern one. We do have the trucks for this. Once we're out of China, we're going to have so many trucks. It's going to be great. Alright, Naval Invasions launching. Submarines aren't going to be necessary if I can take all these ports, of course. Let's do this. Push in there. We're reaching the limits of what this army can realistically do with the numbers that I've currently given it, because we're, you know, stretching these lines thin. There's attritional containment. Okay, that's the research slot one. Just war organization, air superiority bonuses. I think regimental doctrine is worth getting now, because once we get those first tier of those, we can start getting some new military command or spirit of the academy things. So who was I going to promote for this? You know what, actually? You Saki, you've kind of shown your worth. He has got urban specialist and stuff. Orglos when moving. You get... No, wait, these are general traits. They only help generals, right? Is that right? The terrain traits only help... Wait, where are they? Okay, Ranger 1. Is that one of these on the left? No. No, it's not one of these. It's these. But why aren't they showing up as achieved? He's got Urban Specialist 1. Ah, there's Urban Specialist level 1 through 10. Okay. And to get this, you need total terrain values more than 1. More than 19, rather. Yeah, so I think we do promote him then, because it's not a general trait. You can command the Naval Invasion squad. It did remove them from here, which makes me think maybe they are general traits. Can I see the bonus here? He's not assigned. Partial bonus. May have screwed that up. Oh well. Not the end of the world. This Naval Invasion is working. Ah, planes. Haven't moved planes around yet. Well, they're actually still in the right spot anyway. Okay. Stuff. If the ones on Taiwan, though, could help out here, that'd be good. There's also room for you guys to improve your mission efficiency. And if these guys could switch down here as well, since the actual fighting here is on this side of the river. If you guys attack, you two support. Come on, I believe. With some CAS assistance. No freaking guerrilla tactics. No, you hear me? Gu. No guerrilla tactics. Come on. Break them. Cross the river. Seize the supply hub. Save the front. Connect the railway. It'll be brilliant. Now, naval one. We're going to be getting those new cruisers designs soon. So, better AA and an advanced small battery. Oh crap, and we didn't put the improved diesel engines on those carriers. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Give me the improved diesel engine first, because that's the longest runs of those researchers, I think. And also, actually, this one, I really wish I hadn't put it on that. We need the cruiser tech. Now, more steel from Manchukuo, sorry. Manchuria. I'm just going to say Manchuria, you know what? Come down here, good. You guys can send one of them as well. The other one can reinforce. You guys can take advantage of their attack, maybe. Yeah, it looks like that's going to come good. Nice. One of you needs to switch to support attack, though. Okay, with all these horses in, we are approaching oversupply, but not actually. Let's make some plays with the horsey boys to slice our way in here, and we've captured all their coastal ports. Beautiful. Nice. So now their supply situation in here has suddenly turned truly dire, and a settlement shall ensue. We can use every man, but 50 is an insultingly low number. You guys might as well support attack. Help these guys out. Okay. Can actually shorten this front a little bit if I were to push down like this. That would be good. Simplify things a little bit in the north, free up some troops. Always fun to do. Alright, we've got some free stuff to assign traits. So having mucked up this guy apparently by lowering the effect of these, I will get the recovery rate. We don't need fast author planner for a naval invader. Reinforce rate, on the other hand, very valuable. Hang on, this isn't the naval army. This is the naval army. Have you got any relevant traits? I don't think so, right? No. And have you learnt anything about naval invading or anything? It doesn't look like it. So actually, let's move you up here and abandon the concept of a marine theatre. Like so. But what I was looking for was you. I think there's a second tier marine one, isn't there? Yeah, amphibious. Nice. Much higher speed, much higher supply grace. I want a naval liaison to help the shore bombardment. Yes, please. Now, a new decision. Some war propaganda. Just the generic one. Well, we are still losing stability, but only very slowly. We do hide ourselves with a glut of political power, though, so I am going to take that. Okay. There's a computing machine. Straight on down to sea warfare, please. Air warfare because all of the following. I would like this as well, actually. I think I'm going to do all of these. Get myself those doctrine bonuses. Oh, crap. This gives us a... Oh, my God. This gives us so much good stuff. We need this. Gives us a research center for doctrines. Okay, nice. That's going to be really good. I'm feeling great about this campaign. I think we have a really good chance of this going well. Let's cut them in half there. And come up here with some of these guys too. Right, you can support there. Good. What else should I do? Improve brigade HQ, nice. What did that give us? Command power gain, max army size on generals, wonderful. Now, was this the research slot I could have decided? Yes, this is going to get committed over to oil research. So just give me, first off, start on fuel refining, such that when I get the bonuses, I can use it on fuel refining 3 instead, the research bonuses. I think that's prudent. And you can actually support here. Nice, and now that you've arrived, you can reinforce here. Marines, not great on the offensive, but should be good enough to hold. That's right, the Marines. Yeah, no, I did mean the Marines. I was now just looking at cavalry thinking, those aren't Marines. And we got 3 civ factories, finished up all those repairs. Nice. Give me some more infrastructure then, I guess. And I know, you're probably yelling at me for building so much infrastructure, but I'm going to build some more infrastructure. I don't like building in not capped out infrastructure things. And they do give you fuel storage infrastructure, so, you know, I have an excuse. Kind of. Cut down here. There's Grand Assault. Nice. More additional containment. Or should I switch that over here as well? I mean, we could lower the consumer fuel consumption yet more. Oh, geez, this actually lowers motorized fuel usage. Wow, I didn't know that. We're not using much motorized infantry, but we might in the fullness of time. I think I will grab... Should I grab... I mean, we are doing lots of infrastructure construction. Let's grab that. I think that's a good long-term play. Yeah, no template for the anti-air, that's fine. We're only going to basically start using the anti-air as and when it becomes needed. By which point, you know, it might be too late and the Americans might be absolutely giving it to us, but we'll see. Okay, doing pretty well here. Let's see if we can cut in a little deeper here. We can definitely do this. Nice. Yeah, the Chinese running out of men, basically, I think. We have probably more divisions deployed than them now. And they've got to be in a bad way equipment-wise. They're looking fairly full on most of these divisions, but I think they'll be struggling if they want to try and deploy any new troops after all the damage we've already inflicted, and, you know, we've got more encirclements coming. Oh, we actually didn't manage to take this one. Darn. Well, these guys are not reorging, so I will just send them over. Give it a crack. There's only one infantry division there right now. Have one of these guys hold back, and keep, because we'd like to keep the train line open to the more northern province if possible, but it's not vital. We can actually cut in here as well. We can cut in here. Nice. Looking pretty positive over here. Let's just get a lot of attacks started on all of the potential places they could try and run away. Oh, alt mark incident. Okay, some war going on over there. Right, new operative. Natural orator, rather. Tough and a safecracker. Sure. I need you to go and... I forgot about freeing my operative. There is an operative running this network. Look. There he is. Maybe you have to wait for the daily tick. Yes. Rescue, please. I believe in you. Commence when ready. Free her. We must spy on the Americans more. Learn about their ship technology. Realize all my overconfidence has brought me. Because they do have just a truly astonishing naval industry once they get it up and running. Assuming it's roughly historical, which I bet it will be. Roughly is the key word in that sentence. This guy does army planes. Give me the more modern light fighters. Yes, please. What is the new thing you've invented? Right, the light vehicles. Switch that over. Slightly more expensive, but using less fuel. Worth it. In my book. Drive them back, even through the mountains. I think we're in a good place to drive them back now. If you want to rush down here, we can do this. And he can do this. Might lose the port if I do that. Don't do that. Do this instead. What was that I just got? I think it was a tech. I mean a naval tech. Yeah, we'll switch off naval doctrine for a second to start grabbing. Let's do destroyers first. I think there'll be less research involved in that. Let's grab the hull. I am worried about the American sub-warfare, as I've mentioned, so there's recon equipment. So much stuff that we need in here. Logistics companies. They're less important going forwards, actually. This is just a cheaper train, isn't it? Yeah, it's not really, not strictly necessary right now, I think. I don't know, man. I don't know what we need here. I mean, I need all of it, but let's get the concept of signal companies going. I think that's valuable. Cav pushing in. And what about Marines pushing along the coast? That'll be good. They're fighting near water. Isn't that what they're good at? Let's cut in here as well. But just a forward attack there. Oh, they've already broken, my lord. They do not have very much supply right now. Can we just do one-on-ones? No. We'd rather not take the unnecessary casualties here. Let's start pushing them back here. If we can attack all their units on the front line, it doesn't matter if we leave gaps, because literally all of their units are under attack. Likewise here. Good stuff. New decision. Yeah, I'm just not going to hand over territory for a second here unless it becomes an issue. I'd rather just not have to worry about clicking that decision over and over. Pushing straight into the mountains with no problem. That's a pretty favourable sign, I would say. Some quick little legal reforms. Cool. Coming in there, coming in here. I got a division here? Yeah. Come on in here. Come on down here. Are you on the... You're not assigned to this army? Let's have you assigned to this army. Good. Okay, Cav can just briefly help with that. Nice. In the north, how'd it go? Failed to cross. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Why are you in two different armies? That's weird. Well, fixed it now. Yeah, I mean, without supply, you know what? How much would it cost me? This is a bit wasteful, potentially, but how much would it cost me to do this? 2,000. A whole month. No. No, this is ridiculous. Okay. Give me... Can you attack here as well? Yeah. Give me a 3-pronged defensive. Come on. You must be able to win this. Alright, you know what? Give me all these... They're all already here. Alright. Well, if that doesn't work, I'm going to just launch a major offensive from the east and rush and bulldoze my way through. Losses be damned. Give me the recon. We're short on something to do with factories. I'll put it into radio equipment because we're about to start adding signal companies. They'll be expensive. Give me a bit of a support attack here, please. Hold that off. Stay there. Good. Meanwhile, on the closing pocket, let's move in further and further and further. Oh, if I can redirect you, that'd be good. Okay, you guys coming in here. Get him here, get him here. Get him there. And get him here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Really, really been going well. The very start of the war with China, we met some fairly serious resistance, and I was a little concerned, but things have very much accelerated lately. Seemed to happen right about the time when I put it onto speed 2. It's funny that. Sorry, speed 3. funny thing. Alright, coming up here, you cutting in there, you helping out here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Absolutely bulldozing our way through now. Liquidating pockets like nobody's business. There's the Winter War kicking off. F for Finland. Have I talked about this on a campaign recently? I don't think I have. There's a prevailing opinion amongst, history-interested people online that the Winter War was basically a draw, or that it was like something of a stalemate the Soviets couldn't break, and so on and so forth. And this is very, very false. The Finns defended themselves just incredibly well. Incredibly well. Very, very impressively. And they inflicted massively disproportionate losses onto the Soviet forces that they were under attack by. But the Finns lost the Winter War hard. They lost, like, it was worse than Versailles, the treaty that they were forced to abide by. And any treaty that was harsher than Versailles, you can't call a win. Also, separate note, Versailles, not that harsh, which I agree you could say contradicts my previous point, but it doesn't. It does not. Versailles was positively generous, especially by comparison to a comparative recent treaty, the one that the Germans enforced on the Russians. Which was what? Brest-Litovsk? Is that right? Brest-Litovsk Treaty. Is that it? Yeah. Right, we got sea warfare. Nice. Let's get the artillery and the land warfare techs next. And sea warfare means we're able to appoint this guy. Nice. So we'll get him next. But yeah, the I think it's because some people, and this is the exact conversation I had with a Finn. Some people take what I'm saying to be like denigrating of how well the Finns fought, and that's absolutely not what I'm doing. The Finns fought extremely hard and extremely effectively against a overwhelming force with malicious, evil intent, and did very well for themselves. But they did lose bad, and when they signed the peace treaty, their defensive lines had completely imploded. Maybe completely is a bit strong, but they had imploded. And not making peace would have meant you know, massive, massive casualties on the Finnish side. So to describe it as like a nearly Finnish victory or a draw or anything is very silly. Anyway, it's random history gripes with Christo. Okay, this closing nicely. I think we will call it apart very momentarily, but let's just take a moment to see what the actual casualties were like at the end here. It'll take us 10 days to get in there. If you want to head up here, you head in here. Let's have one of you redirect and head here. A couple of fights here because they're doing that funny thing where it breaks them into multiple armies. Every so often. You're moving up here, aren't you? Yeah, good. One of our one speedy division. Got them blocked off from every direction. Nice. And then I guess the Marines will do one of their final little naval invasions. Final for China, anyway. They've got plenty ahead of them in the Pacific War. Cutting in there nicely. Good, good, good. Everyone now encircled, no one able to reorg. Cut them down. Good stuff. Boom. Encirclement completed, and that's another like 600,000 casualties. Oof. Oof, indeed. That is pretty brutal. Alright, you chappies. Let's have you... We got like, there's no more supply hubs for us to focus on. So I guess we will have you come here, and we'll do a thrust in here, accompanied by a naval invasion and a thrust from the south. That being the case, actually, these guys should be involved in the naval invasion, and these boys can be involved in the central thrust. Like so, and then the naval invasion will have 4 land here, and the other 3 can hang out in Taiwan ready to land here once these guys have landed. Good. Another agent captured. No. You kidding me? Outrageous. That was the guy I sent to release her. Oh, but she... It worked, but we got caught. Okay. So you go spy on the Americans. You actually come spy on the other Americans as well. And we'll just have to do it again. But to release a different spy this time. Do we have enough industry to justify putting more into our spy networks? I don't think we do, to be honest. We'll send the... She knows what the American prison system is like, so we'll send her. We will sell. Okay, and as the men reorganize themselves for our next offensive, let me just do my supply rejigging. Do not need to motorize those anymore. This one is a good one to motorize, I think. As is this one, we'll get them fully motorized. This one's fully motorized. This one's already fully motorized. Okay, so it's just in the south. We may have some issues. I'll motorize this one. We have enough for that. Yeah, easily. Nice. And we have taken this one. Fantastic. Good work, lads. Some of you quickly fall back before this front becomes problematic. All right, with the capture of the supply hub in the north, these several in the center, and the collapsing of that pocket, I'm going to call it a part there. Thank you so very much for watching. I will see you all in the next episode. Until then, bye-bye.